So I have returned once again today to do the next episode in the 3 no Line saga, being episode 7, and as we know, things are beginning to heat up in the department of Ray's kind of psyche. So whether or not we're going to get to see more of that this week, I'm not too sure, but hopefully we do, because again, it was very much the center point of last week, and it was bloody freaking awesome, because we got to see more of him in this kind of light, because again, once you kind of delve into people's psyches, when I kind of get a little bit more interest into the show. So if we get more of it, then I'm completely content. As well, I'm gonna see whether or not we get some more kind of development on the sisters themselves, because again, what we got so far is pretty freaking good, but I think we kind of need some more time with them. That's what I'm kind of saying. So yeah, I hope we get some more of that. Hopefully we get to see more Arimo this week as well, because he seems interesting, because I've been told already apparently we won't get to see much of him as time goes on, until very, 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 very late into the series, and probably after the series actually ends. So that's mighty depressing, but alas, we cannot always wish for everything. But if we get to see more of Arimo, that'd be pretty freaking cool. And as well, whether or not we get to see some kind of more happier moments, because again, this series does dabble into the depressing, say the word, side of actual kind of development quite freaking frequently. So if we get some more lightheartedness, it might not be too bad, because again, it's very much needed, because most of the kind of material in the show is very, very, very hard and depressing. So the kind of welcomeness of some of the kind of lightheartedness would be pretty cool. But either way, let's actually refresh YouTube to see whether or not it's actually all working. Let's put a comment and see if chat's actually working. Chat. Seems so. Oh my god, stretching now. Kind of starting to lose all kind of feeling in my body, sitting down for so long. It happens to me all the time now. So you have to kind of stretch very often, otherwise I kind of just lose all feeling sometimes. Also, my headphones tend to walk quite often, because the thing that's on them is something kind of come apart. So you tend to see anything on my actual kind of jumper. It's not anything else. It's just my headphones. Kind of weird thing to explain, but you get what I mean. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's bring you over here. Let's see, going that way. Let's go and open a new tab. I've got one. I have got one here. I swear I had one for Freegatsu on one of my tabs. Either how, I think there's also an episode. This is the first episode in the whole entire series that we haven't got the opening straight away. Besides the very first episode, I'm not too sure or not we got that straight away. But yeah, all right. So okay, let's have one more look. Yep, everything's working. Okay, so we're gonna begin the stream in 3, 2, 1. Now. I guess we're starting with the kind of dialogue he actually said last week as well, which actually was quite freaking deep. Weird thing was as well, just then, he wasn't actually centered to the right or left. He wasn't trapped somewhere. It actually was pretty interesting, because one of the major things of the show when it comes to visuals, I've explained a few times, kind of, I think I over-explain it sometimes, the fact that whenever he's framed to the right or left. In essence, he's trapped in the frame. He has to get a way out. And that time he actually wasn't. That time he actually was kind of in the middle. He was the protagonist. He was actually kind of overcoming something, but the dialogue kind of actually almost put a different spin on that. In essence, he kind of was saying about him losing. Was it so painful to lose? So it kind of... This anime likes to spin a lot. It likes to spin the kind of visual motifs that you normally see in these kind of shows, which actually was kind of neat, because again, certain things need to kind of almost break conventions. Otherwise you kind of feel like, oh, I've seen this all before. But I think this is the first show in about, I don't know, a couple of years I've actually seen break conventions constantly and actually been freaking phenomenal because of it. It's depressing that I can't call it Anime of the Year because it doesn't finish until next year. Because I could, I'll call it Anime of the Year just because of how freaking good it's been so far. Like, it's phenomenal. Like, the problem is, it's one of those ones I don't see too many people speaking about, but I see the bigger people talking about it, which actually is kind of awesome to see. I kind of wish everyone universally spoke about it. Like, in essence, everyone was doing a video on it because it's so freaking good, but not everyone is, which is depressing. You never know. People might see the other ways be like, yeah, I should watch that free Gatsu hype. Like, yeah, you should. Also, it's actually the first time you get a continuation as well. Like, part 3. Oh, I remember now. It's because he went with Hina to the actual restaurant, but she ran off, and then he's stuck with her crush. Now I remember what happened last week. There's a dramatic head tilt. Not the head tilt, the head spin. Well, wow. Oh, sorry. I think I said half an hour to 20 minutes. I'm not too sure. I kind of lost track of time and space, like for about 5 minutes. That was my fault. I just realized something. That's actually Doppel from Bungo as well, I think. Don't worry about it. That was my fault. That was my fault. My brain kind of lost track of time. I thought we had been half an hour. That happens to me all the time recently. We are at 4 minutes and 44 seconds in. Well, let's go straight and deep really quickly, didn't it? I think it is Doppel from Bungo Stray Dogs and Ortega from Iron Blooded Orphans. I think it's him. It's the only thing that's really annoying me. It sounds just like him. That's quite cute when you think about it. It's kind of nice. He's generally found someone to actually talk to. That's the one. That's the kind of thing it's going for. He's been longing for that person, other than just the people he's met before, to speak to, and he actually found that through Takashi, which actually is kind of neat when you think about it. Yeah, it is, because you do. It's kind of, when you think about it, you didn't actually kind of imagine it would be like that. You didn't imagine they would actually kind of see eye to eye with each other. You thought he's like kind of going to be very, very shy and talk, because he's not going to actually really convey everything he wants to actually convey. But he was so able to talk to him so like almost normally, like he thought himself, "Oh Christ, I haven't got through to him," or anything like that. And my words had no meaning towards him, but it did. It's one of those things that he actually randomly just found that person, which was kind of interesting. So I actually kind of like it. Oh Christ, it's Arima. When you think about it, it's also very reminiscent of the very last shot from Route A as well. That was a really nice. It's an even more somber version of Arima. It's true. I can imagine Soy is actually terrifying, because he does have that visual aspect of being kind of like, yeah, he seems kind of like. I don't know whether or not I can say, well, almost as if he's kind of calming. Like, in essence, I think if you were to actually kind of piss him off, you probably would, like, I don't know, because like he does kind of look a bit terrifying. Actually, it was actually a really, really. He actually emanates real dread. He does seem that way. You can actually really you can really pick it up from the aurora you get from him, just almost just seeing him there. Just the snow doesn't help either. The snow just kind of emanates dread as well. But man, that was a really, really, really good first part of the episode. That was actually so freaking good. Loved it. No, I like actually seeing more of Takashi as well, because again, he's pretty freaking cool. Takashi. That's kind of the major thing I'm kind of getting from this show as well. It's kind of like the visual aspect of people. You kind of imagine they're terrifying, but they're actually just really nice people. And I got up from Takashi as well. Like, I didn't imagine him to be that kind of almost easygoing straight away. But no, he was. Oh my god, it's that sequel to Kofu Graffiti we didn't actually need right now, but we're actually so happy we got it. If anyone actually remembers that show. Like from like last year. I think it was last year or year before. I got a VTR. That's going back the years. Whoa! I thought we were going to see Nikaido for a bit, but we actually see Nikaido. That's not a scene. It's true. I think I always figured out this show, always manages to put a smile on your face. Like it always does. Even when stuff gets tough, it actually does manages to keep a smile on your face sometimes. Damn it, Nikaido actually kind of gave him some pretty, like, big words just then. I think the more you get actually to see of Nikaido, you kind of actually like him even more. Lobo's so adorable. Chapter 15. He makes Ray go all out, but he does kind of give him life lessons at the exact same time. I kind of wasn't expecting that, but it's actually kind of neat. I was like, wow, he's actually just basically he's looking out for him. Looking out for him completely. I was like, man, Nikaido is best boy. Damn it. And Nikaido appears. Damn, it's going really fast. Gonna get to see Kiriyama Ray's interpretation of Occultic Knife Episode 1 is pretty much that. Legit, straight to the point that Kiriyama pretty much got Occultic Knife Episode 1 down to a T. Of going so bloody fast, I don't actually keep up. And then when you keep up, you're like, what the hell's going on? Answer exclusion. Holy crap, we got a new ending. A fully 3D ending about cats. Singing about shogi. This is actually interesting that I didn't sub it. So what's actually really going on to anyone's game for me right now. Would it be nice if Crunchyroll kind of subbed it? I do have high hopes of Crunchyroll. They sometimes do deliver when they need to. But they care about anime. If they cared about anime completely, they wouldn't be delaying constantly most of the animes I watch. I guess they had Keijo almost like... I guess they know that before. They had Keijo was delayed by about an hour. It's actually a really catchy song. Well, you know what? I learned about shogi visually. That actually helps me in English perform. I like the ending illustration as well. It's actually a really, really nice ending illustration. It's kind of cute. Oh, man. Oh, man. That episode of Freegatsu. That was a good episode. Like always, it was a pretty fine-ass episode of Freegatsu. I need to Google that name now. Let me see what other things. Oh, it's the manga Kuroshi's and no Joe. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. See, I know that manga, also the anime as well, because too many people tweet about it. I'm like, I need to go and watch that one day and read it, but I never get round to it. It's one of those ones that everyone keeps on saying you need to watch it because it's actually pretty freaking fine. I'm like, I know, I need to get around to it one day. But my god, I must say the first half of the episode was pretty freaking fantastic. Just for the sole reason, Ray's now found that person he actually can speak to. Like, it's actually kind of neat because I think he's always been longing for that person other than Nikaido, Hina, Akari, and Momo. He's actually finally found a person which he can almost console with. Like, in essence, just speak to him, and his words do mean something to him. Like, it's actually kind of neat. So Takashi, I think that's how I pronounce his name. It's actually a really, really nice addition because I didn't imagine him at first to be kind of that easygoing. I thought he might be a bit more foreboding and might not be as easygoing, but he actually was pretty freaking neat. He was actually a really, really cool lad. So, all in all, pretty freaking fun on that end. And also, second half as well. When we actually got to see Nikaido kind of just say, look, you need to look after yourself as well as Shogi, it's actually kind of just proven to me that he is literally best boy of the series. Like, he is pretty freaking awesome. Like, it's one of those things that I was kind of like, I like Nikaido, but after the episode and after that one bit at the end, I was kind of like, yeah, Nikaido's freaking amazing. I love that man. Like, he's good. He is good. Like, he is awesome. But it was just kind of like, he says look after yourself, but I was kind of thinking to myself as well, like, he should look after himself as well, because they kind of have, like, health problems. They kind of almost overlook sometimes, as we've seen, like, quite a few times, excuse me, with this series, that he tends to overlook his, like, health problems, and kind of almost, like, put himself in jeopardy sometimes that I've seen. I was kind of like, man, you should look after yourself as well. I was kind of sitting there going, it's not just Ray that should look after himself, but it's also him as well, because Nikaido's cool. Nikaido's awesome. Like, he's Mordor as well. Like, you can't get better than bloody Nikaido. And how Nikaido actually explains the Shogi as well was actually kind of neat. And how they actually included the ending to be that, I'm guessing, like, the very much like the picture book as well. It's actually really freaking neat. I was kind of like, that's actually kind of cool. But one thing I also really liked was the fact that, again, as I said before, as I was kind of like saying in the beginning of the episode, when they actually kind of like framed Ray in the middle of the actual shots of actually being off to the right, off to the left, he was actually in full frame. He was in the middle. He was actually technically being the protagonist of the show. I think I say protagonist originally. I'm not too sure if I said antagonist or protagonist, but I think you get what I mean. Like, it's actually kind of neat because, again, it almost paints himself as not being this person that has a lot of hiccups, doesn't have a lot of problems. He's kind of protagonist of the show, but when you kind of actually really read into that whole entire scene, he's almost kind of the antithesis of what that whole entire thing is. He's still trapped. He still has a lot of things going on, which doesn't actually allow him to be fully the person he should be right now. It's kind of neat because it almost kind of subverts the actual use of the framing there, because, again, as we kind of established, as we've seen, he's always been off to the left, off to the right. He's never actually kind of been full in frame in the middle, like, unless it's actually like kind of a side view shot. Like, he's always kind of been there or there, but never there. Which actually was kind of neat. That actually kind of subverted the meaning of it. Actually was kind of cool. And then we got more Hina. Everyone knows that Hina is like, I don't know. I think Akari is best girl, but I think Hina's second best girl. Like, I don't know. Because Akari is just like, she's a perfect person. Like, there's just nothing better than Akari. But I think Hina comes a close second, just because she's so freaking cool and adorable. But as I said before, Takashi is so freaking awesome. Like, he is a pretty cool lad. And I think we're going to get to see more of subdued Arima, who's also pretty terrifying, but he's actually a pretty cool lad once you get to speak to him kind of guy. Like, hopefully get some more of him, but I don't think, as we've actually established, that we probably will get him. Let me move around my chair a little bit. I think actually get him in this series, I think we probably have to wait a little while longer until we actually get to see more of him, which actually is kind of depressing because he seems like he's someone that seems like he impacted Ray's life quite heavily. So it's actually kind of like almost like kind of depressing. We probably won't get to see him, but you never know. It actually might happen. He might just get like a little OVA or something. We might actually get an OVA of him training him to become a part of the CCG and actually take down some ghouls, but in the end had to fight him like one on one, and then eventually one of them dies, and then it's kind of like, you're my father, and I have to kill you now. Well, I have to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. Kind of like Tokyo Ghoul Re, because that's what I've actually practically read up to. That's actually a pretty freaking good arc anyway. But still, you get what I mean. Arima's pretty freaking cool, and Arima in this show is pretty freaking cool as well. But it's just, I can't wait for next week now. I want next Saturday to happen, because it would be pretty freaking cool to get another episode, because the show is so freaking good. Like, it just is. As I said, and I'll echo it again, though the events in this show do get kind of depressing, quite heavy, there actually is certain parts which do tend to put a smile on your face. It kind of almost, it doesn't actually kind of make everything to be doom and gloom. It makes everything to kind of almost be sort of lighthearted at the same time. There isn't just, oh man, like, he's kind of going through all this rough patch. That's all we're going to see. But no, we actually get to see some extremely light-hearted, like, nature kind of sections. Actually, it's kind of awesome to see, because otherwise, if it was just constant depression, I'd be like, all the time. My heart would not be able to take it. I'm not that kind of man. Like, I'm not that kind of person that can take that much depression in the space of, like, 2 seasons. But yeah, I mean, overall, freaking fantastic episode. So hopefully next week gets even better. Hopefully one day we get our beach episode, because it needs to happen one day. It needs to happen. Like, it's gonna happen one day. But yeah, so until tomorrow, I shall see you guys later. If you have enjoyed the stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed my content as a whole and you do want to leave a sub, then do leave a sub. God damn it, 9 seasons until I get to a beach episode. Damn it. But if you do want to leave a sub, because it does help you quite a bit, then you join the family, because who is ever growing as time goes on. I think we're up to 685 now. We're from 620 to 650, then to 650 to 617, now 670 to 680. So yeah, if you're looking at 686th or 7th, I'm not even too sure what we're up to now, then do leave a sub, because then you actually join that family. Then you know my subs, you know my streams go live, and so on and so forth, that every other single subscriber gets to know about. So until tomorrow, I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.